I married this man. He was amazing at first, and we clicked. He was a hard worker, he had a great job, but then all of a sudden, his tune changed, and he wants to start living off of my money. Well, there's one thing that I'm going to tell him, and he's not going to like it very much. Do you guys know the situations, you land yourself in where you regret all the past decisions, but now feel like you can't do anything to make it right? Yeah. Such messed up situations where there seems to be no way out of it. I'm in one of those situations, and I'm deep down in it. I'm here to seek your help, seek suggestions or something, because I want to get my life back on track. My name's Josie. I'm 26, female, an average working woman with a well-paying job. I'm a cardiologist, and yes, I deal with matters of the heart, but right now my own heart is not at ease. I might say I'm comfortably rich, but as you'll soon find out, money is not all you need to be happy in life. Sometimes all you want is a companion, and it might seem like you have found one, but the person might turn out to be the complete opposite of who they really were when you first met them. This is exactly what happened in my case. I married Liam 6 months back, thinking he was the perfect one for me, but at first, that is what it seemed like. He was caring, considerate of my feelings, had a decent job, and also treated my family great. So it felt like I had hit the jackpot and we clicked. So our wedding was a very spur-of-the-moment decision after just 3 months of dating. It was perfect at first. I thought I found my dream man, but that's when our lives took a wild turn. Liam left his job just 2 weeks after our wedding, giving me the reason that he did not like what he did and wanted to start his own business. But it has been 6 months and there's no sign of any new business, or that matter, even a business idea. For the past 6 months, all Liam's been doing is living extravagantly off my hard-earned money. I've been trying to tell him that instead of spending money unnecessarily, we should rather save it. But he just doesn't give a darn about how hard I work to earn the money he's just foolishly spending. He just drains most of my income on booze and crazy parties in the apartment I pay for, and, well, I'm out for my shifts most of the time. Not just this, these are just frequent fights we have. We almost fight every week about anything and nothing, which leads him to leaving the house and not coming back for a complete weekend. I don't know where he goes or what he does. But now everything's getting a little too out of hand. You know what he did last week? He bought a stupid new sports car worth $45,000. And can you guess where he got all that money from? Yes, you're going in the right direction. That idiot drained all my life savings without even informing me first. I just got a message from the bank notifying me of a huge transaction that had been made from my credit card. I couldn't believe it. I would never even think of spending so much money in one go. I'd been saving all that money to buy a new house, but he just straight away went behind my back and bought a damn car. That's 2 stupid sports cars worth all my saving. And would you believe what he told me when I confronted him about the same? He told me that the car was a gift for me. Like, really, does he even know what a gift means? Buying a car from all my life savings without informing me is definitely not a gift. Moreover, he doesn't even let me use the bloody car. Like, I wanted to go to the doctor the day before yesterday, and I just asked him for the keys. And do you know what he told me? Guys, he's afraid that I might damage his brand new precious car. So naturally, I told him that I would not mind if he dropped me off at the doctor's clinic. But he just straight away replied that he didn't have the time to do it. I don't get what exactly he's busy with. His new business idea, well, I would like to see what comes of this, because for the past 6 months, there's not been even a glimpse of a business idea. Moreover, how is the car even a gift for me if I can't drive it? It just seems the car is mine only for the name's sake, and otherwise, the only person using the car is him. So we get into this heated argument yesterday morning about the same, and guess what? He's not come home since then. I called him and asked him when he would be home, but he just told me in a drunken voice that he would come when he wishes to, and I'm no one to tell him where he can and can't go. I don't know how I landed here. I know it's my decision to marry him in the first place, but back then things were not like this. He used to listen to me. He was very passionate about his career, and he did not drink as regularly as he does now. But now I regret the decision to marry such a man, and with all my savings gone, I just feel so lost right now, so stupid and completely gone. But I'm done living like this, working myself to the bone, and Liam just going about throwing all the money into the dump. I've had enough, and I will teach him a lesson. But right now, I'm blank. I just can't figure out how to get my life back on track. That's why I'm here, telling you guys about the biggest mistake I've rushed my life into, and I don't know what to do. I feel so helpless. He was the love of my life after all. Can you guys please help me? Any suggestions that might make my life better would be welcome. Comment number 1 from the original post. Hey Josie girl, I must say your husband seems like a walking red flag. He looks toxic to his very core, and I'm sure all this good guy facade was only a pretense to get married to you and enjoy his life off your money. A similar thing happened to one of my friends. Her husband was living like a leech off her money, but she was able to put a stop to it right in time before he could spend more, and I think that is what you need to do, otherwise he'll just keep on wasting your money away. And I think you should not be so chill about it where he goes. If it has to become a frequent event, you should try to check where he is, because you never know what he might be up to. Comment number 2. I don't get your point. How are you any different than the gold diggers? I mean, you were happy with him until he had a good job and was getting paid well, but the moment he needed support, you start going about telling the internet about him? Would you not have expected him to support you if your tables were turned? Can't just believe girls like you. Everyone needs to release some steam off in life, and I believe the poor guy just wishes to take a break from all your whining. Update number 1. Guys, I'm back. I know it's been 2 weeks since I last wrote to you, but you would not believe what just happened in the last 2 weeks. I've been so stupid all this time. The arguments have been even more frequent in the past 2 weeks, mainly about how he spent all my savings on the car and how I blocked the credit card that he uses. Was I wrong to block the credit card after what he pulled off? But yes, as a result, he started being out of the house more often, and for 4 days of the first week, he did not come back home, even to sleep, and even when he came home, he was so drunk that he could not even walk properly. I don't even know how he managed to get the car back unharmed, to be honest with you guys. Ugh. Wow. This is not just stupid, but also reckless. To drive the car in such a state, like, does the idiot not realize he could get arrested or worse, die? The matters just deteriorated further, so I decided to take things into my own hands. As many of you suggested, I should try to find out where he goes and when he leaves the house after the argument, so I decided to take on your advice, and 2 days back, when he was back home, I placed a GPS tracker on his car. You won't believe where it leads me. I decided to follow him when he left home the last night after another argument, in which I told him he should not drive the car in a drunken state, and he retorted back with his usual that I'm no one to tell him what he is or not supposed to do, and I should just mind my own darn business. So when I trailed him, I found his car parked outside a hotel. I had to wait for him to come out for about 5 hours. And when he did, I saw something that shattered my heart into a million gazillion billion pieces. He was coming towards his car and, his hand around the girl, and as he got into the car, he kissed her goodbye. I couldn't believe my eyes. Till then, I accepted that he was not the ideal man I mistook him for, but to find out that he was a cheater too, well, that was heartbreaking. Who knows how long all this has been going on for? What's even more disturbing is that I found out over the next few days of keeping an eye on him. He wasn't just cheating on me with just one girl. Every time he went outside, it was a whole new girl, and I was enraged, like, was it not bad enough for him to cheat on me with one girl, but to have a different girl each time? This was too much. Was this what he was up to all this time? Did he expect that I would never get to know about this? But unfortunately for him, I got to know about this stupid secret of his, and I will not let it go. And yes, some people were saying I'm a gold digger. Okay, not supporting him during his bad times. Would you support a cheater? And even if he was not cheating on me, there's a huge difference between supporting somebody financially and them stupidly going around throwing your money away. And about supporting him, I've been doing this for the last 6 months, but going after my back and draining my savings account, it's not something I can be supportive of. So, is that why he bought this stupid car in the first place? To impress his crazy little girlfriend? Now, this car which he loves so much will only serve him right, be the doom of his bloody cheater. I've got a plan in mind. I'm just waiting for the right moment to carry it out. Well, let's just wait and watch what the fate has for him at his little precious car. Update number 2. Guys, I'm back and I did something. I believe it was the perfect thing to do to give that idiot what he deserved, but I need your opinion if it was the right thing to do or not. So it's been a week since I found out that my leech of a husband had been cheating on me. Not with one girl, but with multiple women. Naturally, I was so angry because I never thought that he would stoop so low after what he promised to do for me before getting married, but so I had to get back at him. I could not let him get away with this, and did he think that he could just go ahead and do whatever he wanted and I would not question him? He was definitely mistaken. So yesterday, while he was at a bar, I did something kind of extreme. I've been trailing him for some days now, and yesterday he was at this bar. Maybe on a date with another one of his girlfriends, and his car was parked right outside the club, and I towed it. Well, it wasn't a trouble since the car's technically mine. As he got the car from me as a gift, and the car was in my name, how very thoughtful of my husband, right? He just made my work so easy, and all I needed to do was pay for the tow truck to tow the car and bring it to my friend Adam's warehouse. I had already discussed the deal with Adam, and he's also a cardiologist and works with me during my residency period. Adam is also a huge fan of sports cars, so when I told him that my sports car was up for sale, he didn't even hesitate, before offering me $43,000 for it as the car was almost brand new, and I could not be a day happier. Yes, that's what I've been doing for the past week, looking for a seller of my car since I found out that Liam's been cheating. I even got the car keys duplicated when he was sleeping in his now constant drunken state. And it was like everything was in my favor when I bumped into Adam 3 days back in the grocery store, and everything just fell into place. I told him I was an urgent requirement to sell the car, and also about the whole fiasco going on with my husband, and how Liam bought that car behind my back and drained all my savings, and Adam took the weight off me pretty quickly, transferring the money to my account and reviving my savings back in place. And yesterday, finally, I delivered the car to him. Now, the best part was left, Liam's reaction when he noticed his car was missing, and all he was left with was his car keys. I'd gone straight back home after delivering the car to Adam, so that he would not doubt me, so I missed how Liam must have reacted when he saw his car vanish from the spot where we parked it. But soon enough, he came home. He was furious and absolutely going crazy, searching for something. When I asked what happened, he narrated the whole story to me in detail, but just missed one tiny detail. The fact that he was in a bar. He lied to me that he was with a friend who offered him a partnership in his firm, and I'm sure this friend and this partnership, both of them, are the work of pure fiction from Liam's brilliant mind. But I didn't say anything. He went on and told me how he could not find his car where he parked it while the car keys were with him all the time. I wanted to laugh so loud on his face, but I kept quiet. I did not reveal to him what happened to his vehicle. I was waiting for another special gift I planned for him, and I'll tell him every single thing only when that special gift arrives. He told me to look for the car documents and come with him to the police station. He wanted to file a report for the lost car because only I could file a report for it as I was the registered owner. I simply told him to calm down and rest a bit, while promising him that I would instantly go and file the report, but he needs to tell me the exact details of the whereabouts from where the car was lost. He knew he could not lie, So he told me that his partnership firm friend had gone to get some drinks at a bar, and I was so satisfied watching him accept that he had lied to me about his whereabouts under the desperation of wanting my help. As you can guess, I filed no such reports as promised, and well, he is not the only one who gets to break promises, right? But when I come home, I did tell him that I filed a report and the police will be looking for the car right now. Some of you might call me evil for plotting the whole thing, but I just feel like he very well deserved it. Anyways, it was my car since the start, so if buying a car behind my back without informing me is justified, then selling the car behind his back would also be justified, right? Now, all I have to do is wait for my special little gift. I think he's going to like it, and I know for sure I'm going to love it. Update number 3. Hello everyone, it's actually been 2 days since I last wrote you guys, and you won't believe what just happened yesterday. Adam called me while I was at home, and can you guess what he told me? My stupid husband got into a fight with him. Let me tell you guys what happened in exact detail. Adam was out shopping and had parked his car on the road in front of a club, and can you guess who he met when he was coming back? Yes, my dear husband Liam. He was standing by Adam's car with a confused look, and Liam must have recognized the car due to the number plate. And Adam asked him if everything was all right with him, and Liam straight away started shouting at Adam that he'd stolen his car and he would call the police and have him arrested. The verbal abuse went on for some time, but what happened next was so crazy. When Adam told Liam to mind his own darn business, Liam gets pretty violent and tries to punch Adam in the face. Well, Adam ducked and barrel rolled the first punch, but the second one hit him square in the stomach. As Liam had a better built body than Adam, he had a physical advantage. From there, things got messy. Liam left Adam with a lot of bruises and a bleeding nose, and by the time Liam was done beating Adam, the police arrived. When the police looked into the matter, Liam tried his best to convince them that the car was his, but the documents Adam presented to the police were begging differ. Adam told me that Liam looked like he was hit straight with a baseball bat on his face when he saw the documents of the car belonging to Adam. The police obviously believed Adam as Liam lacked any sort of evidence that could show that the car was actually his. Well, technically, the car was never his. It was mine to begin with, and now it's Adam's. The condition Liam had left Adam in resulted in Liam getting arrested. And guess who he called to bail him out of jail? Yes, me. He was practically begging me to get him out of that place, and well, I am little too busy to go get him bailed out. Not like Liam being busy lying around in the house unemployed. I actually have to work to earn money that he easily spent on that stupid car, so I don't know, I'm just planning to let him be in jail for one more night. I'll get him bailed out tomorrow. Is it too harsh? Well, I guess sleeping around with other girls while his wife works her butt off for him is even more harsh. I may have final blow ready for him to hit him right in the face. His special little gift. I can't wait for him to see it tomorrow. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Comment number 1 from this last update. I can't believe what a jerk you are. How can you do that to your own husband? Okay, selling the car was still justified because of what he did, although it was also wrong on many terms, but this is downright insane. Leaving someone intentionally in jail, that's crazy. You should be ashamed of yourself and then think you're all righteous. You're a hypocrite. Comment 2. Dang, you got some guts to be able to carry out this level of pain and a plan with your husband having even a hint of suspicion about it. You're sick. I can't wait to see how he'll react when he gets to know that you're the one who masterminded all this. Comment 3. I just believe leaving him in jail is taking it a bit too far. Don't you think? Like, did he actually deserve to go to jail for that? I think you should have confronted him straight after getting him bailed out. Like, what's the point of all these twisted plans? How does it make you different than him? I mean, you should not have stooped to this level just to teach him a lesson. Update number 4. Hey guys. I know it's been a long time, about 7 months since I wrote my last update, and life got pretty busy after that, but overall, it's been good. It's been better than before. You guys must be wondering what happened after my dear husband landed in jail for beating my friend, Adam, who's now the owner of the car, due to which all this fuss started in the first place. Well, before getting into that, I want to respond to how some of you reacted towards what I did. I faced a lot of mean comments and criticism for doing what I've done to my husband, but I don't think any part of what I did was far-fetched. I mean, I did what I had to do and what felt was right for me. And I don't understand how people can defend a person who's been cheating on his wife for a few months now with multiple women. And next, I'm not the reason he ended up in jail. I did not file a report against him or anything like that. The reason he ended up there was his own violent temper. So, no one can hold me responsible for that. Now, getting into what happened next. As I told you guys, I was planning on going to the police station the next morning to get him bailed out, and I did exactly that, although I had to spend some more money on him. But okay, he was my husband after all, right? After coming out of the police station, Liam was very confused. He had all these questions as to how the car's ownership got transferred to the man, meaning Adam. Finally, after days, I was ready to tell him exactly what happened to his little precious car. Like, seriously, he was so dumb that he could not put two and two together and was waiting for me to reveal to him that I was the one who sold the car to Adam. So I sarcastically asked him how he did, and he thought Adam got the car papers if the car was his. He still could not figure it out, and I think maybe he forgot that he bought the car in my name, giving me all the rights to sell the car. So I just cleared all his doubts that I was the one who got his car towed from the front of the bar, and I was the one who sold it to Adam to get my savings back. The look upon his face, I can't forget it till now. Even after 7 months. All he could say was, "How could you do this to me? You're my wife." Funny, right? After more than 6 months of treating me like crap, he finally realized that I am his wife, and I think a wife should not be treated in this way. So I simply told him that if he could go after my back, well, to buy a car emptying all my savings, I could go behind his back to sell the car to get my savings back. He was too stunned to speak. He was just looking at me absolutely speechless until he tried to say that he loved me. But I just cut him off right in the middle of the sentence by telling him, "You don't cheat on the person you love, idiot." And about the wife part, you might want to get that right, ex-wife. And with this little landed him the special gift of the story I had so desperately been waiting for, the divorce papers. Yes, I can no longer live with a person who was with me just for the sake of money. So, like a parasite. But now I've realized that the biggest mistake of my life was marrying Liam in the first place, so now this was me rectifying my mistake. Liam was numb. He just stood motionless in the first place in some minutes, and I'm sure he was sad about me leaving, not because he loved me or something, but because he could see that his chance at living a luxurious life without even moving a bit was slipping away from his grasp. He just kept looking at the divorce papers in his hands, which had already been signed by me. Finally, he gathered some courage to say something, and all he could say was, "How did I find out that he was cheating?" I just told him to be a bit more careful next time, big boy, if he ever plans to cheat on his next wife. And with this, I left him. Our divorce was finalized by the court last week after months of hearings, and he tried his best to avoid it and tried convincing me to go back to him, but my mind was made up and my case was strong. So after a few sittings at the court, I was finally free from Liam. Can you guess what happened to him after I left him? As you guys know, after he left his job, my income was the source to support him financially, and he had spent all the savings I forced him to do on alcohol and girls. He did not even have a place to live, so after I left him, he was left penniless and homeless, and ended up in one of the shelters for homeless people. And now he's just shifting among the different homeless shelters, because even the homeless shelters don't allow you to stay for more than a month if your case is not strong. And for me, well, I was finally able to move one step closer to my dream house. I made the first installment for my own house last month. Life's been good. I realized my mistake right in time and finally got my life back on track. That's all about my chaotic life, turning out better now. Thank you for being a part of it. Alright, so surprisingly to me, The comment section of this story was a little different. A lot of people, a lot more than I thought, were actually on Liam's side. They were saying how we don't really know his perspective of the story. Also, the fact that Liam was basically tricked to go to prison because he thought that the car was his and it was truly being stolen. That was just a trick too far. But I want to know your thought because that was about 40% of the commenters. I don't really agree with that. I think that Liam was a toxic jerk and he was taking advantage of OP. But hey, let's talk about it, guys. Drop your thoughts down below. I would love to hear your opinion on this one. My name's Mr. Reddito. I narrate stories every single day. Inheritance dramas, relationship breakups, Karen in the wilds, revenge stories, you name it, we cover it. If you want to be a part of those stories, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, it's cool to be kind. See ya!